Gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of Chrono Commentary. Today we're going to be talking about one of the most complicated analog watches that I've ever personally owned, the Casio Edifice Black Label. I would put it up there, right up there with like the Sunto Core, as far as functionality that it offers. It does a ton of stuff. It's very high tech. It's harder to set and things like that. So today I'm not really going to get into how to set it and what to do. It's going to be more of an overview of what the watch is, what it looks like, how it wears, and some of my opinions about it. So let's get going. Okay, guys, so this is the box that the Casio Edifice comes in. There's all the books, quick reference guide, warranty information. Here's the full walkthrough book in a couple different languages. It's still really thick. I mean, the first 20 pages of this are all in English, so kind of like buying a calculator or something like that. The watch itself comes in this little tin. Kind of reminds me of like I haven't bought a Fossil in a long time, but it reminds me of what the Fossils used to come in, and then just kind of foam. For how high-techy this watch is, and with a list price of, $500, the packaging and things like that are a little bit underwhelming, but, whatever. At least you're not paying for a bunch of extra packaging. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of run through functionality here pretty quickly. Otherwise, this video is going to get really long because this watch does a lot. Basically, the face is your current time zone, which is your home time zone. Mine is Denver Mountain Time. This is your in this mode is your world time. So you can pick a secondary time zone here. You've got your day, you've got your 24-hour wheel, and then you've got your functionality, which is currently on, you see the TM, it's currently on time. So I'll walk you through what those functions are. First, I wanted to kind of show you how accurate this is. Alright, so if you check that out, the bottom one is Denver. This is my digital world time clock on my iPhone. That is the Casio Edifice Black Label, and it is to the second. So if you hit this bottom button here on the bottom left, you can change your functionality, and the ST stands for stopwatch. Here's kind of one of the downfalls for me with this watch in general, is when you switch between functions, it takes a long time to reset, especially if this one has to go all the way around or make like a big loop. The stopwatch is ridiculous. It's 1/1000th of a second. So you see for every rotation that the big second hand makes, this one clicks over, that one clicks there. The watch itself uses 5 independent motors to run all the functionality, which is really cool. So that's the stopwatch. The world time, you'll see this is going to have to take its time as well. This changes between daylight savings time or standard time. This bottom one will actually change your secondary world, your secondary time zone, which is right up here. And in this mode, you can also set your standard home time, which I'll do in another video. Here's your alarm clock, and that's going to reset as well. Again, it's going to take a little while. And you see the second hand stopping here and here. There's actually, it says on and off right there. So off, if you hit this this top button, it'll turn it on. Off. These top and bottom buttons set this. So it works on a 24-hour like a military time. That one takes time away. If you hold it, it'll automatically spin, and that goes forward in time. And that's how you can set your alarm. And then it goes back to your standard time, and it automatically snaps back to the atomic second. All right, I wanted to show you the watch on, just so you could kind of get a feel for the size. It's a 46.9 millimeter case. There is no winding crown. It's all done through push button, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice heavy piece. To me, it doesn't really feel feel, I have pretty small wrists. To me, it doesn't feel like it wears like a 47 or so millimeter watch. To me, it feels like it wears more like a 44 or so. But maybe that's just me. It does have kind of a curved lug, so it comes down really smooth on the wrist, which is nice. It wears pretty comfortably. It does have a push-button locking deployment buckle, black PVD coating. It's Casio, right? So, I mean, it's a Japanese watch. The case feels nice and heavy. The bracelet feels heavy-ish. I mean, it feels a little bit flimsy, like the bracelet made in Hong Kong or Japan. It's water-resistant to 100 meters, which is nice. I really like the 3D look to the dial quite a bit, and I like the green metallic accents on it. It has luminescent hands, and then it has all the world time printed on the inside of the bezel. So it's really quite a cool-looking watch. I did wear this. I've been wearing this one for about 3 months, is about how long I've owned it, and I've really liked it. Last weekend I wore it to the lake and flipped a jet ski and kind of beat the hell out of it, and it did awesome. So for $500, it's a cool watch. I mean, it's got some really cool features to it, but you just got to kind of know it's Casio. So it is Japanese. I have heard in a couple different reviews or on a couple different forums that the atomic functionality doesn't work very well. I've also heard that you have to be pretty conscious. The watch is solar powered, so you do need to give it consistent exposure to the sun. It's supposed to keep a pretty substantial charge. I just keep mine in my watch box near my window, and my watch box has a clear glass case, and I keep it up on the top shelf. So yeah, I don't know. If you guys have any other questions, I know I didn't cover everything on this watch today, but I am going to do a follow-up video and get into it a little bit more in depth, but I wanted to kind of give my initial thoughts on it, and overall, I think it's a really cool watch. So hope you enjoyed, hope you found it helpful, and I have about 9 or 10 more watches coming out, so stay posted, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks, guys. See you soon.